What is the second pillar that has actually fostered a sense of unity amongst the Jewish people? Well, in a really weird way, it happens to be Arab hostility. Right from the very beginning, Israel has lived under a continuous existential threat from its neighboring countries who want to wipe out Israel, eradicate it, throw it into the sea, just erase the very existence of the Jewish people from that land. Let's take a look for a moment at the various wars Israel's had to deal with up to the very present. So we have, beginning 1948, the War of Independence. That's against Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, and Lebanon. In 1956, we have the Sinai War against Egypt, where Israel gets control of the Sinai Desert. Then 1967, we have the Six-Day War, where miraculously in 6 days, Israel battles 4 nations and takes control of more land. Then 1967 to 70, we have the War of Attrition against Egypt and Russia, where they're trying to get back the Sinai Desert for Egypt. Then 1973, we have the surprise war, the Yom Kippur War, where Egypt, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq, on the holiest day of our calendar, have the surprise attack. Then in 1982, we have the Lebanon War, where the PLO have been thrown out of Israel. They're up in Lebanon, and the war against them, along with Syria. In 1987-93, we have the first Intifada, the uprising of the Palestinians against Israel. So that's now within our land, within our borders. And then we have the second Intifada, again, by the Palestinians from 2000 to 2005. So it's a constant wear and tear and strain and effort and concern about the very security of Jews in the land of Israel from without and from within. And then in 2006, we have the second Lebanon war, now against Hezbollah. But I want to point out that we're now dealing with not nations, but we're dealing with terrorist organizations. 2009, we have the Gaza war against Hamas. And then in 2012, we had Operation Pillar of Defense against Hamas in Gaza, because during that year, over 2,000 rockets were fired into the land of Israel at civilians. Now, this is a terrible situation, and this is what Israel has had to face from its very beginning. I mean, can you think of another country that from its inception has more or less been a state of war with not just one country, not just 2 countries, but 4 or 5 countries, as well as terrorist organizations, of which there are many? I mean, this is terrible. But on the other hand, in a very weird way, it has somewhat contributed to the very unity of the Jewish people, because when you realize that, you need each other to be able to survive and withstand the threat and fight together for the safety and lives of those you're living amidst, that's going to foster national unity in a way that you can't get it from the fact that you have a long past of being together. It's going to happen this way. So Arab hostility from the very beginning, we still have it today, as we know, even with Iran as well. So Arab hostility is the second pillar to the existence of the state of Israel.